Name before. She's a fairly new coach. Hey guys. So that's probably why she's not joining us today. Um, I think we've all participated in a cup challenge before, right? But
Yeah.
just for a review basis, a cup challenge is literally the same idea that we do on a normal basis. So we practice the 4 vital behaviors, which are, we drink our Shakeology every single day. We work out every single day. We post about that because that's part of our livelihood. It's part of our lifestyle. We do personal development, and we recognize others. I shared a very good video. I love the way Anita Myron explained the whole recognition piece, because sometimes I get caught up in the whole recognition aspect. Like, I don't know how much to recognize or how little to do. So I like the way she expressed it. I put it in the chat or in the group. I forget. I'll go back and tag and like bring it up again. But in essence, our goal during the cup challenge is to come together. And because August seems to be a very challenging month, because moms are, most of our audience are moms, and everybody's getting back to school. So we have a lot more of people in the summer mode. They've kind of checked out. They're not really looking to get in a bikini anymore because summer's over. So the mindset for us, the ones that are leading the challenges, is to really invite people into a lifestyle change. And that's why Beachbody is smart, and they get us in groups of 5 so that together we can inspire each other. We can kind of burn each other's inspire each other, encourage each other, motivate each other. And not that any one of us is more or less. It's just a matter of coming in and sharing. As you can tell, like, you've seen how I work. I share whatever works for me. I put it out there, and you can take it, use it, make it your own. I think in order for this cup challenge to be a success, we need to be open with each other and tell one another, like, you should do this. Kind of like do like positive criticism, constructive criticism, so that if we see that someone's wall is too focused on food, like, go change it up, add this. Because sometimes we get too focused on doing something and we lose track of the whole format. And if somebody looks at it from the outside, they can help us out. So that's basically like what a cup challenge is. We come together with one mission, with one goal, which is to end the trend of obesity and to help people live a healthy and a fulfilling life. And that fulfillment will come from the nutrition. That fulfillment will come from being part of our community, of a like-minded, positive, non-judgmental community. And that fulfillment will come from being financially free in the long term. Because this is not a get rich quick scheme. You're not gonna just sell 3 challenge packs and finally, get out of debt. It's gonna take consistency. It's gonna take effort. It's gonna take work. But most importantly, it's gonna take, I guess, it's gonna take a change from you, because you're going to decide to be better. And the more that you decide to be better every day, you're going to show up in that format. And what you're going to do is you're going to attract people who want to be better. You're not going to focus on the people who are not interested in getting better. You're going to speak to a lot of people. And out of a lot of people that you speak to, everybody wants change, but they're not willing to pay the sacrifice, the price it takes for change. Because change does come with pain. Change comes with a lot of letting go of the things that feel good, because it's not by emotions. Change is something that we have to constantly decide and put in our minds that we're going for it. So it takes a different level. In the past, what has worked is setting up a goal that we want to achieve as a team. So I know Ariana had asked me, like, how many people does she need to help for the cup? And I think a good level of achievement would be to consider what is it that you need in order for you to be or feel successful. So we're gonna, the reason that we do a cup challenge is because Beachbody, it's a competition. So the person who gets the highest points gets a prize. And there are 3 tiers for those prizes. We can shoot for those prizes because, I mean, who doesn't want a bike? Who doesn't like to be traveling, to go to California and to be their special guest and to get a 1 day with the trainers, right? But in reality, will that fulfill you? To me, if you asked me, in all honesty, Eunice, does that push you to go all in? No. What pushes me in a cup challenge is knowing that I'm helping people achieve their goals, whether that is losing weight or growing their business. And the more I get into the business, the more I want to help people actually be successful in their business. So my goal is not necessarily to get the 35 points. My goal is to achieve Success Club 20, but to rank advance to gain my 5-star diamond status. And in order for me to do that, I need to recruit. I need to help my coaches get back to their diamond. Okay. So that's like my goal. And I would like to hear what your goal is so that together we can kind of remind one another. And I am coming up against with one challenge, which hasn't happened, but it's a blessing and I have to take it for what it is. My family and I will be traveling to the Dominican Republic for the first time after 5 years together, as a family, as a unit. We're going for 3 weeks as of August 9th, and it's in the smack middle of the month. So I'm going to be leaving August 9th and I return August 28th. So that means that I'm going to commit to working my business even while I'm on vacation. But my biggest struggle is going to be Wi-Fi. I already know because my parents are there and they're telling me that the Wi-Fi situation is kind of tricky because ellos están en un campo and it's in the countryside of the Dominican Republic. And I would have to go to like the city sides to access the Wi-Fi. And I'm going to do that. I already set my mind up. I spoke to my husband. I said at least 1 time per day, I need to be in a Wi-Fi location. So that's my challenge coming up, and I'm aware of it. And I'm willing to pay the price and to sacrifice to connect. So what am I doing to prepare? I am set. Like today, I have not followed up with anybody. I'm at Success Club 10 and I have not followed up with nobody because my goal is to follow up as of tomorrow. And as of tomorrow till the 9th of August, my goal is to meet SE10 so that I leave to Dominican and I already have met my goal so that I don't have to like hustle for that. I'll be working, but not with the stress that did I make it? And then I'll continue pushing to get to 20, but not with such desperation. So that's me. Now I'm going to let you guys talk. You can say what your goal is, what you expect to achieve from the cup.
Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so I wrote down some things. My goal is to start posting minimum 3 to 4 times a day, and sharing more about me and just putting myself more out there, more than what I used to do before, because I feel that I was holding back a lot before. And yeah, so I think that's going to help me build my confidence and So that's what I'm going to work on. I'm also going to commit to commenting every day on 20 photos on Instagram, on Facebook, and I like Snapchat, so Snapchat too. Just so that's those are my goals. As far as Success Club, I'm going to at least get to Success Club 5, and I'm hoping for at least Success Club 15 around there. So that's me thinking, just want to push it. So that's what I want to do. And also personal development every day, faithfully, every single day. So that's.
Do you have a personal development that you're already committed to?
Yes, I'm doing, so what's working for me is Daily Darren, so Darren Hardy. So he has like this thing, the Daily Darren show every morning when I get up. I just, it's like, it can be anywhere from like 3 to 5 minutes, and it's very little, it's like a boost. And then, I listen to podcasts. There's a few podcasts that I listen to, and yeah.
I'm going to ask you guys, if you want, let's listen to the Fanatical Prospecting book. This book, I find it's getting me in the mindset. Let me, I'll share the screen so that you can put the name. I find that this book is very helpful because he speaks about the process of prospecting. And it's, I think, one of our weaknesses. And I say we, because I get very stuck. It's called, can you see the book there?
Yeah.
So I get stuck on messaging people. I get stuck on, copying and pasting my message thread. And then when I come across an objection, I will go in and I will diffuse the objection, but then the conversation ends there. Mm-hmm. So my goal is to, instead of having the conversation or the objection end at an objection, I want to set up a phone call and have a call conversation with the person. And he speaks, and I downloaded this. I go to Amazon and I download it on Audible, so that I can have, he speaks about questions that you can ask and the posture that we should take when speaking about our product. So he does speak about a lot of things that make sense into why is it that we fail as network marketers. So I think doing the cup and listening to his book and practicing the strategies would help us, in addition to what we listen to for our personal. Because I'm like you, Sahara, I listen to different podcasts on a daily basis. I'll listen to the Virtual Upline. I'll listen to the church, Elevation Church. Those are my go-to. But I think as far as business strategies, Fanatical Prospect will be an amazing one.
I'm gonna do the Audible for that one too. I'm also doing Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins.
How is that one? I want to read that in for the summer. For now, when it's going to be on
Audible, it's short though.
Okay.
But I like it. It's really it's like a foundation. It gets you started, and it has a lot of good content. So I'm excited about it.
Okay. All right. So Miguelina. Or Melissa.
Okay, either or. You want to go, Melissa, or do you want me to go first?
It doesn't matter. I'll go.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the thing. I have several goals for this month. The first one is I need to. I will finish Shift Shop. I will. I don't care what it takes. I will. So I'm going to finish Shift Shop. Meal prepping is where I mess up, and that's where I throw myself off because my schedule is so crazy. So that I'm going to meal prep tomorrow. My goal is to hit a C10. This month I want to release 10 pounds. I already do a lot of PD, but my problem is that I do too many different things. Like I'm reading like 10 books at once. So I'm going to put everything else down and focus this month on reading the 5-second rule, and I'll read that one with Fanatical Prospecting because I have it. I've tried to do audiobook and I find that for whatever reason I just cannot focus. Like I need to have the physical book in my hand. Whenever I do PD with a book, I just, unless it's a sermon, I start playing with my phone. I just start doing different things. Audiobooks don't work for me. So I have Fanatical Prospecting here. I'm going to do that one in conjunction with 5-second rule because I'm doing 5-second rule in a mastermind I'm in. So my goal is half an hour of PD every day, and I usually do more than that anyway. And my other goal is going to be to get on the phone more with people because I don't have a problem posting, and I don't have a problem going live and sharing and things like that. My struggle is following up. My struggle is inviting. Like I'll put up a really good post, like a good invite, and then like I won't follow up with it. So that's like my biggest struggle, to do that daily power hour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a scheduled time every day that you work your business?
I don't. So that's another thing that I have to start doing. I was thinking that since I have so much flexibility at work, like I literally could just do whatever because I have my own office. So I was thinking to start, since I'm going to start to meal prep, I could take like my lunch hour. And even if it's just like half an hour and then half an hour when I come home at night, it's just that with the schedule is so crazy that like I crash by the time I walk in here. So
it's best for you to do it while you're at work.
Yeah.
You can come home and just be free if you have to follow up. Because I think what happens to me is this, and I don't know if this may help you guys, but what I find, I call him Eric Carl, but since Carl Deichler suggested the 5 donuts, I send 20 messages, massive, through Instagram every single morning before I work out. I do it religiously. I find that I send the 20 messages, I go work out, I walk away from my messages, I don't look back into my direct messenger on Instagram, I focus on my day. So after I do my workout, I go in and I post about like my morning post, and then I prepare, after my workout, I prepare my post for the workout video that I did, and then for lunch or some meal, I'll put it up there, and then I'll come back to the messages I sent at the very end, or like halfway throughout the day. So maybe like at 3:00 in the afternoon, that's when I go back and I start answering the messages, because I get distracted, between posting, commenting, adding, and checking. Es demasiado. So I find that if I focus on that, that helps. So maybe like have a routine and make it like, okay, so I'm going to work out while my E&E is working. Let me post or let me send these invites, because it's like the hardest one to do. And then get that over with and maybe get started with your day, and then come back maybe at work and follow up, because then you'll know I have this half hour. Let me follow up. You can set up phone calls and do it that way.
And I'm also finding like on Instagram, my posts are not like, I'm getting like hardly no traction, and I'm just losing people like crazy. Like posts that I used to get like 200 likes and things like I'm only getting like 30 and 40. And I don't know what hashtags to use, or like I feel like I knew Instagram before and I don't know it anymore.
It's changed. I am learning it as we speak. It's like, what the heck? But I'll share a little bit more of the social media. Let's have are you good, Melissa? So we could have Miguelina. All right, Miguelina, so share your goals and how you're looking at the month of August.
Hi, ladies. First, I apologize because I don't have the camera on. It just my baby's eating, so she's a little bit cranky, and I put her to bed. We can go to sleep early. One of my goals is like, it's hard for me. I don't know how to post. It's like I don't know what to post, and when I think about too much, and then I don't post anything, and it's like it goes like that my whole day. and that's one of my goals. The other one is meal prep. I'm like Melissa. Like I had to starting to meal prep, so like that I can meet my goals in the weight loss process. Um, the other thing I would like to hit at least Success Club 6, like help three people on the month of August. And that's it. Learn more about to post in Facebook and in Instagram. So, like Instagram, I don't know much about it. Facebook, I know more, but like I say, I get frustrated when I'm when I had to post something. I don't know what to write, and like I said, I get frustrated and I don't do anything during the day.
Okay. So here's the thing. Did you listen to the National Wake Up Call today?
I have it on my. I had to call because I got in the call, but then I got something to do and I had to stop it.
Okay. So in the call, she went through some strategies that I'm just gonna like summarize for you, but I love the way she explained that. So basically, you're not speaking to every single person on social media. And right now, Instagram is very focused on your audience. So first you have to decide, who am I talking to? And if you think about it, you can relate to someone who is going through the same things you're going through in the moment. So if you're a mom you're a breastfeeding mom, you have more than one child, so you have different ages. You have a fitness goal, right? You're looking to do something, like to get somewhere. Maybe you want to fit into certain clothes. Maybe for you, what is it that you're looking for? Are you looking to lose weight because you used to be thin before, or because you have health issues? Now, you have a goal and you want to share with the person you're speaking about this goal throughout your day. And I like the way she says that, because you're thinking, you guys work. And for me, I'm like, sometimes I wish. I'm gonna mute it because there's like a background sound. For me, I wish I worked, because sometimes staying in the house, I don't have pictures of like real life, real moments. But if I had that, I would I would prepare. So let's say, for example, I'm going to the supermarket, or I'm on my way to work, I'm on the bus stop. I will do the monotonous things that maybe for you take for granted. But for someone who's in that moment and they're living it, it means the world. So let me give you an example. You're breastfeeding your baby. You are at home right now, and you're home because you care about your baby. So you're looking to share your journey and help support other moms who are looking to stay home with their baby. And what do moms that are looking to stay home with their baby struggle with? They struggle with feeling lonely. They struggle because they're only surrounded with babies all day long, and they don't talk to adults. So I know for me, when I'm like only with the kids, especially now that they're home every single day, every hour of the day, I seek to have an adult conversation with someone. So I may go for a walk and I would post about that. I'm going out for a walk. The kids will have their playtime with their friends, and I get to talk to moms. Even if perhaps you're not really talking to moms at the park, right? But you're speaking to the person and you're kind of like giving them a vision for what they could do. And then at night, like that goes through the process. So you had a meal, you can choose every single day to share about that's adding value to people. And you would share like, okay, so today I'm going to have salad with chicken. How do you look at that salad, and what is it doing for you? Did you add a special seasoning? Did you make the dressing? Do you want to share that dressing with somebody? In the past, would you have chosen the salad, or would you have gone with the pasta? So we take all of this for granted, and other people that are looking for change wish they had what we are doing, wish they had the knowledge, wish they had access to people. Like, you can even say, I just popped in my group, and I want you to get comfortable saying my team, my clients, my prospects, my support group. It's yours because you want to create credibility. So I just checked in with my support group, and the ladies were sharing this amazing dressing. I asked if I could share it with you guys, and here it is. So you take the same dressing, you put it with your own picture, and you put it out there as if it's yours. Today, I was like, I've been busy. I've been on the phone every moment of my day. I really didn't have a lot of time to eat. And I went in and I was like, this is the life of a coach. I was being a virtual coach, and I explained to people, what is it that I do? I connect with people through phone calls, video conferences, and emails. And it's one of my favorite parts of the career, because I get to be a teacher. And then I give them back who I used to be. I used to have one-on-one conferences. I used to go through evaluations with my students. I used to go and set up goals. Okay, so now you read 10 sight words. We're going to work on 5 more. So we're going to add 15 words to your list. And we would set up a goal to help them see what they were going to work on. And I'm doing the same thing, but now on the health and the fitness form. And I have it with a picture of a salad. And that got interaction. That got me like 100 likes. So I had a mug, and that was an old picture, but I repurposed it for that reason. So maybe what you should do is, like the night before, think of 3 things that happened that day, because you might not think about tomorrow, right? But think about 3 things that happened that day. And then write down 1 thing that you can share about those 3 things tomorrow. And then go on Pinterest and get ideas, either from pictures that have already been created or pictures that you are going to create and make your own. So let's say, for example, you see a group of women who are laughing together, and that kind of like captures your attention, because that's something that you want. You want to be a part of a group of people who are happy. Like, I'm one person that I can't be around negativity because it brings me down. So I stay away from that. If people start talking bad about other people, I move away because it drains my energy. So when I look at a picture of people who are fulfilled, that they look happy, that stops me in my tracks. So I make sure that I take pictures that reflect that. And then I post about how it makes me feel. Maybe not in the moment, but I have it, that's my vision. Does that make sense, Miguelina?
Yes, it does.
So it's going to take a little practice, and you're going to do this. I used to do this every single day before I fell asleep. And I used to do it through Pinterest. I would save my boards up on Pinterest, and then I would keep it secret so that when I was ready to post, I just had to go into Pinterest. And I used to work full time. So I had to grab, and on my notes section on the phone, I had what I was going to say. So when I used to go to the bathroom or on my way out of the house, that's when I would grab, post, and go. But I would do it the night before. And that takes a little bit of practice, but with consistency, if you stay consistent, if that's the one thing you're going to get out of your cup challenge, the consistency in posting, then you'll be winning at the end of this. Does that sound like something you want to work on?
Yeah, definitely.
So I call that like a brain dump post. There's different ways you can do that. Another way you can do is like take a calendar, print it out, and write down 3 things you want to share every single day for that week, for example. So if you're doing Shift Shop, Melissa, like you're doing Shift Shop and you're on week 2, right? So you're doing 35 minutes of a workout. You're doing more intensity, so maybe you want to look ahead and see like what to expect from the group, maybe the titles of them. I don't know, because I haven't done the group, but like look ahead, and even like on Facebook, you can search. Here's what I've done that I kind of help myself and find things. Let me show you, because I go in and I search for things. So if I don't know what on earth to post, I'll go to the search bar, and let's say I'll say week 2, day 2, shift shop. And when I do that, I'm going to get people who have already posted. And that gives me an idea on what I can say or what I can put up. And I make it my own, because sometimes I'm out of words. So I'll click on that and say, oh, but I know kind of like the people who, this person, because it's ahead of my game. I can't do that because it hasn't happened. But let's say I do, because tomorrow will be the day 2. I know from the test group, people who have finished, who were in the test group for Shift Shop. Like I know One Fit Fighter was a test group participant. I will search her. And you can even say like test group participant, and it will come up. And it will give you ideas on what to say, how to post about it, and get ideas, because they're good at posting their calls to action. And that's usually what we always have to say. Like here, for example, she'll have like the mental shift of weight loss is the real challenge. I think that's why accountability matters. A little sneak peek into week 2 of the Shift Shop. Are you on the list for the launch group? PM me, private message me to reserve your spot now. And then she's very funny. Katie Ersta, she's funny, she's hilarious. And she's going to bring in a joke here and there. But she always comes up with something that kind of leads people into doing this, into doing something after they've watched the post. So that's a call to action. Let's say, for example, you are looking for, like I thought of you, Melissa, like something that you could go out and do for the first week of August to kind of bring in people that are interested in what you have to offer, is you're going to offer them a grocery list, a meal prep plan, like a meal prep for dummies. Like, let's put it that way. Like if you are struggling, because like me, right, you can say like myself, I have an issue with meal prepping. So in order for me to hold myself accountable, I'm going to ask for you to join my group, and together we're going to do this. I promise you that a lot of people will be interested. It's going to be for free. You're going to give them something that they are going to take of value, and then you're going to show them how to do something. So you're adding value. And you can say, okay, so I'm looking for a meal prep group. Meal prep ideas and group. So I'm just going to click on that and motivation. So you can do something where you're actually going to go live and explain to people what you're doing, because that's one of your biggest downfalls. And your goal for the month of August is to become stronger in that area. So, hey guys, I would like to invite everyone interested to join my free challenge group that has its prep week starting August 29th. I would do it sooner so that you get the more attention happening, and you can start speaking to the people who like your post, who friend you, who are interested in being with you. Then you can actually lead them into being part of your paid challenge group. So you're going to give them kind of like the hook, which is every day I post different nutritional, fitness, and motivational tips in addition to the daily accountability. Post below or add me to Facebook if you're interested in joining. So you can add this to your Facebook, to your Instagram, and then you use your Instagram stories and your Snapchat, and you share with them the things that you're going to be doing. What I find that works, and now that we have the 1 week, the 14-day free trial of the BOD. So let's say that we would start, you would start the free group as of the 1st of, let's not say the 1st, because we would have to start promoting it. So let's say you do a free week for the 7th of August, and you do 7 days from the 7th to the 14th or you do 5 days so that you have just Monday through Friday, 7 to 11. That's a free clean eating group or a free meal prep plan group or a free, nutrition, motivation, mindset, kind of get your mind ready for summer shift. You do it from August 7th through the 11th. Then 11th, you start saying to people, I'm closing the group. Did you find a bit of value? I would love to continue to connect with you. My next group is going to start. Now you give them the 21st, because now on the 21st, you want them to join with the paid group. So you started promoting with your free, and then now you have the people who were with your free and they're following you through, and then you offer them to get started on the 21st. Now, here's the thing though, don't confuse the free group as an excuse not to post on your Instagram and Facebook, because this is your opportunity to create hype, to create credibility in what you're doing, and to show people what it is that you're made of and what you offer. So in that week, from August 7th through the 11th, all you're going to post about is food, meal prep tips, success stories from your meal prep ideas, whether they're your personal or people from your group. You're going to brag. You're going to brag and you're going to brag. And then you're going to keep the same schedule. Tuesdays, you're going to post a transformation picture. Thursdays, you're going to post a personal throwback picture. Friday, you're going to do something that has to do with fitness and, being fabulous and being yourself. And then you're continuously saying, I have spots open for my upcoming challenge. You're not giving out a date, but your upcoming challenge. Because now the people who are in your free group are listening and are watching your lives. They're looking at your post and they're noticing something's going on. She's offering something. Maybe I want to know what it is. And then when you say in the free group, it's closed, so maybe I want to be part of the one that she's offering now. And that's how you get people to transition over to you. And I would officially close the group because it is a free group. So you close it and you no longer add value in that group, because now you interacted with the person, you have them on a list, and you can follow up with them later on and just simply say, have you been putting to practice your meal prep tips? That's one thing you can do. And then you would, if somebody comes and they're ready, you can start them off on the 14th. They can start on the 15th. They can start on the 1st. They can start when they're ready. And we'll guide them as they come and as they're ready. So let's say you don't want to do a meal prep. You want to do the 5-second rule kind of strategy. So you're reading this book and you're letting go of fear. And for 1 week, you're going to be offering an accountability group and sharing what it is you're learning from this 5-second rule book. So now you do the same exact thing. You get people to come in and you post about it, you brag about it, you talk about the results that are happening, and then you close the group, but you invite to your paid group. Does that make sense, guys? Because that's the way that people have made this business work. First, you offer value. First, you show people that they can trust you because you have results that are driving behind you. And you stay consistent. And sometimes you're going to have to stay consistent even when nobody shows. I'm running a free mindset makeover group that nobody is contributing to. But my group is over. I'm going to be starting something new as of August. And I'm honestly I can't offer anything for free because I have my 9 days available. And I got to go all in with a challenge paid group. So that's why I'm not doing the free, but I'm definitely supporting anybody who is. When I return, that's when I'm going to be doing my free groups. So because that's when I will be able to give them my full undivided attention. But right now I can't do it. I would be setting myself up for failure. Any thoughts or questions that you guys have?
Yeah, I was watching a one of the videos that they shared last week in the Beachbody Champions page, I don't remember who it was, but she was saying that what she does with her free groups is like she really tries to think outside of the box and offer free groups that really like other people are offering. So I've noticed that some people are even doing like budgeting or like home organization or like different things. Like I've been working for the longest time on a mindset makeover, but I already have like 4 or 5 days that I've already created that, but faith-based, like with scripture and with call to actions. So I was thinking today of creating something like that and taking advantage of one of those days and like using the day to talk about how we're supposed to honor our temple and then like infuse my fitness in there. But I don't know, like I'm still working on it. So I'm going to look at it again tomorrow at lunch and see if I have enough to,
I think, Melissa, just go with what you have. If it's a 3-day group, it's a 3-day group. If it's a 4-day group, make it a 4-day group. Whatever you have, go with it, because I think we're at a point where we can't overthink.
Yeah.
The more we overthink it and try to make it whatever, sometimes the posts that we think and think and think are the ones that get the least traction. The ones we just do on the fly, they blow up and you're like, okay. So you never know, and I think it's just the practice of it. And I think you've already said to people, like, if you did this, would they be interested? And a lot of people are interested.
Yeah.
So have the support of your audience. You know what I mean? You don't have to build up for it. And I think they actually, by opening it up, you're giving yourself the opportunity to let the creation flow. And you'll come up with new thoughts even while you're there. So sometimes it's not the scripted part, it's what comes in the natural.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like sometimes I'll go live and it's because of something that I'm thinking about que no me deja quieta. I have to let it out, and those come out better than the ones that I plan out, because they're from the heart.
All right.
And I think that's what most people want. They want our raw, our real person. And I think that's why Snapchat, Sahara, especially for your age group, Snapchat is huge. Snapchat, IG stories, and Facebook stories. They are all very good places for you to just be you. And then in the mix of you being you, the struggles you're having, what I like is you do 3, 1, 2, 3. So let's say, for example, you do you, normal, you're on your way to work, or this is how I set up my breakfast. I'm getting ready to work out. I have 5 spots open for my workout. And you show a paper with like 5 names written down. And Lenny said that they wanted, Maria wants, and I now have 3 more spots left. Are you going to be next? Now you're giving them like, damn, I want to be part of that. So then you come again. Tomorrow you do the same exact thing. You do you, you do you, you do you. And then all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm checking in my support group. Look at the transformation this person posted. She lost 4 pounds. Can, share this with somebody that you think can help. Or if this looks like something you could use, message me. But now you're voicing it. You're showing them and you're voicing it. So then you're inviting them to take action and then to do something with what you're giving them. And I think it will not only build your trust, but it will show people that you're real and that you have something to add to people. All right.
Unides, I find that doing the like I don't know what to post in like IG stories or in like that overwhelms me. Having to post live in Snapchat, live in Facebook, live in IG. I'm like, I stick to Facebook. And I know that I have more followers on IG, but going live on there feels so uncomfortable to be like, I don't know what to share.
All right. So if I had to choose between Facebook Live and IG Live, I would go IG Live.
Okay.
and you'll notice the difference in the number of views. On Facebook Live, you'll get like 3-5 viewers. On IG, you can get anywhere from 20 to 50 to 300 views. People are more open to viewing IG stories. So what I like to do, I have learned from following other coaches. So I follow Fit and Funky. I think she does an amazing job at her IG stories. And she posts sometimes things that are ridiculous, things that are like nonsense, but she has a method to her madness. So I noticed that now that we have the live feature on Instagram stories, and we have the video feature on Instagram stories, she uses both. And what she does is, for example, her IG stories, and she stopped using Snapchat, and then I stopped using Snapchat. Yeah. So I have only stuck to Instagram stories, and I do Facebook Live. But what I do is I download my Instagram story up onto my camera roll, and I upload it to Facebook Live. So I only do one video. It's not really what Facebook wants you to use, because they want you to use their actual app, but it's what works for me. And because Facebook is not giving me all the views, I go first with IG. So what are some of the things you can do? So let's say I am reading, like I have a little spiral devotional that a student of mine gave me. I cherish that baby for everything. And then when I read that, if it touches a chord, if it like really speaks to me, I take a snapshot of it on Instagram stories, and I may highlight it and I put it up. If I finished my workout, so it's kind of like a breakdown of my day. So right after my devotional, I'm going to go in and I'm going to do my workout. So maybe I'm having my Energize. And people like consistency. So every morning, if I am going to do the Energize, they expect me to go and put my scoop in there. I sometimes do the rewind button, or I do the boomerang, or I fast forward it, and I put my Energize drink in there. Then I'll go down to my, something else that you can do, I'll go down to my basement. I load up my website for Team Beachbody. And on my Instagram stories, I'm speaking what I'm thinking. I'm so blessed that I have this library of workouts that I can just choose from. And the featured program that I'm doing right now is this one. And I stop and I share my Shift Shop. And then I'll say, I don't have to guess. I have a calendar. I can choose today's day is going to be day 35, and I do that. I finish the workout. I turn it around and I do a selfie. I can take a picture. That's done. I didn't think I was going to finish it. Oh my God, I survived. Or I can speak a message that spoke to me throughout my workout, which usually happens. And then I may go live on Instagram stories. That is so invasive. Like I sweat profusely when I have to go live on Instagram stories. But that live will stay on for 24 hours. And whenever somebody comes, they can see a piece of myself and they can connect with whatever it is that I'm sharing. So I do it because it's necessary, not because I like to. Then I will move around my day, whatever I'm having. If I'm cooking something, like if I'm definitely cooking dinner, I'm going through the steps for my recipe for my dinner. I'll do step 1, step 2, step 3, and then finally check out my dinner. And then I'll post about it. And then I'll say, you know, look, this go give me some love. I posted my recipe, or share it, or do something with it. So it's almost like you're backstage into your life and you're speaking to the person who's watching it, because there's a lot of people watching it. There's more people watching your Instagram stories than your actually Instagram post. That's where the likes have gone.
Okay.
And then I use the viewers to then message them, because they have not necessarily liked or follow me. They're just, because my post is public, they see it. So that's where I've gotten Once you pass a certain number of followers on Instagram, you will get the option to link a website to your actual Instagram stories. So let's say, for example, when Sean Week was happening, I would have people just go in and sign up from actual Instagram by using the link. And then they would come up as my customers and I would add them into my group. So
How many?
You have to have over 10,000 followers on Instagram.
Okay.
So I suggest following Danielle Natoni, who is Fit and Funky. Who I realized she just changed her name. She used to be Fit and Funky only. And I learned from her a lot. So when I don't know what to post or how to post about it, I'll go to her. And that's it. And guys, I'm a pretty good trial and error, and I'm good at failing. I love sticking my foot in my mouth and not knowing what on earth I'm doing. I just poke and poke. Today I learned that, and that's one thing that I want us to do, to share what we learn, to share what we find that is useful, and to get active, like just share. Because that way, number one, we become more knowledgeable when we learn something and we teach it forward, it becomes ingrained in us. Then number two, we're preparing ourselves so that when our team grows, we're able to help lead others so that they too can see success. So I learned today that when you get the daily sunshine on Home Direct, that equals 2 points. So I just placed my order for my children. We're taking that to Dominican, but now I'm going to start promoting Daily Sunshine because some moms are not willing to pay for Shakeology for themselves. But when it has to do with their kids and it's their nutrition, they will be more open to it. So you can earn Success Club with a Shakeology, with a Daily Sunshine order. It has to be on Home Direct. And that's another way that we can gain points. All right. I didn't know that. I thought that for some reason, I thought you could only get 1 point. And I actually thought that as a coach or as a current customer, you just ordered it and they would give you the points. I don't know what I was thinking. But that's not true. So that's that, my friends. Any final thoughts? Tomorrow, August 1st, once that clock starts ticking, we're going to go running. I'm going to make this happen. I'm excited. I hope you're all part of the Beachbody Champions page. They are going to be blowing it up with all of the resources, tips, and strategies. I also added you to Saudi's page, the Fearless Fit Family. And I know it's a lot of pages, but there's a lot of good info. So what I do is I put them all under my shortcuts. I'm going to just show you my shortcuts just so that you see. I don't go into all of my groups every single day, but I do have my responsibilities. And actually, I do contribute to, ¿cómo se llama? To the Fearless Fit Family because it's part of my upline, that's Saudi. And I feel like she's given me so much, I have to pay it forward as well. So I'm part of the 5-star. So what I do is I go to the shortcuts and whatever group I'm a member of, I shortcut it. So these are all of my responsibilities. This is the Coeur de Force test group. This is one of my challenge groups. This is another one of my challenge groups. This is my team coach page. This is Team Eagle page. This is Team Eagle Star Diamonds. This is one of my coaches pages. This is Fearless Fit Family. And here, and then there's a lot of other ones. Here, I want you to know that you're going to see on a daily basis that we're going to post different things. But you know that website that I said we have for the Coach Basics that is self-paced? It's on an outside website, but if you go to the pinned post on this page, you'll see that there's actually the full access to the website from here as well. So for people who feel more comfortable, all you got to do is go in there, and it brings you in to the Team Eagle new coach training, which is basically Coach Basics, and it is self-paced. You create an account, and it's cool because it'll remind you when you haven't joined and you haven't followed through with your training. So that's a good resource to have, as well to share with others. Saudi's Diamonds are going to be going in and sharing accountability tips and how to be successful. And anything that we find that is of good use, we're putting it in there. So sometimes you may be looking for free group tips. Type it in the search bar, and whatever comes, whoops, it took me out. Why? It took me out. Audio. All right. So whatever, I'm not going to go all into that now, but I would search whatever I'm looking for, and it will give me the ideas. Take it, abuse it, make it your own. And that's our goal, guys. The other thing is, I'm available to share or help you with any objections, how to respond to this. But also remember, fanatical prospecting is going to give you a lot of confidence in doing this.
I have one more question. Are there any new apps that you're using for videos or for pictures?
What did you say?
Are there any new apps that you're using for videos or for
pictures? I personally have stuck with the app called Splice. Splice is good because you can put video and pictures. You can add your own text, and you can speed it up, you can slow it down, and you can add music, and it doesn't get banned by Facebook. So it's called Splice. I only use these three. I'll take a snapshot and put it in the chat. I also pay for Magisto. I pay for the business app of Magisto because I use my logo and my website so that if somebody shares it, I already have my information there. And you pay a 1 year fee for it. I think it's like $80. And I also use Pick, Play, Post. Those are my 3 videos for video apps that I have found useful. As far as, this is a good thought, we need to take very clear pictures. Like Miguelina's picture here, that's a very clear picture for our profile on Facebook and on Instagram for selfies. People want to see our eyes. You're more approachable when people see your eyes. Because we're in business to help others, we want to look happy, we want to smile, and most likely we want to be either alone or with, like Sahara, you can be with your kids, with a significant other, but more than likely just you, something that represents you. I find the app called Airbrush very good for bringing some color, sometimes some grain, it takes it off. And I also use, so like if I'll take a picture, I always upload the picture through Airbrush, and then I do magic, like just so that it brightens up and it kind of like makes it pretty. I also use WordSwag a lot for my words. Sometimes you'll see that I'll post a quote, and then below the quote, I'll post something that is like educational or adding value. I use WordSwag. If I'm taking pictures of my food, I love the Foodie app. The Foodie app highlights the color of the food. I'm sharing these in the chat. And then I use, sometimes I'll have like a cartoonish look for my pictures. That's Artisto. And I also use Ripple, which is the one that is, it's like a collage with video. And you can add words. Actually, today I'm going to go in and work on one for like an invitation. I use that one. And then I also use I use Photofy more than Studio because Photofy now has stock photos. So you can actually just grab pictures that you would normally find on Google. Photofy now has it under stock photos. So if I'm looking for something that I want to promote, and I don't have the picture at home, I would go to the stock photos on Photofy and just add my words to it.
Okay, and then the last question. To make a banner, like your cover photo, which app do you recommend for that one?
So in the pictures file that I sent, you can use, it's Rona Collage. I haven't used, oh, you could use Photofy for that as well. Photofy now allows you to select the, the frame,
Cover photo.
the dimensions for your cover photo. So when you click on photo and collages, let's say I'm gonna choose the eggplant picture, and then I'm going to, where it says edit layout, it'll give me ratio, and under ratio, it gives me an option of all of the size dimensions I can use. So if I'm using like for a Facebook cover, or I want a YouTube, or I want just for Instagram, if I want it landscape, portrait, which way, Photofy allows me to do that. And also, you know how sometimes I used to make like these little bubbly ones? That's with Rona Collage. So Rona Collage, it looks like that. And you would do like a new project, and then there. You see a little bit, kind of? No. Coño. There's a win. I'm just not like that smart. I always do this.
I did mine I had Canva, the Canva app on my phone, and I did my banner using the Canva. I find Canva easier on my phone than on the computer.
Canva is also useful. It's also that I downloaded here as well, and I do the same. It says connect your phone to prompted. All right, I have to do this another time because I want to actually share. I'm going to do this today. I'm going to find out a way that I can actually share my phone, because that would help me in training a lot. Teaching you guys how to do this. But this one is cute because you can create like little collages, and it goes again with the same format of a photo cover for Facebook. It gives you the dimensions as well. Alrighty, ladies. Any other pressing questions? We're gonna rock. And remember, I love our name because we don't have to work for grace. It's already been given to us. All we have to do is every single day wake up and ask the Lord to cover us with the grace that belongs to us. And that every person that we speak to, that we can help, He is bringing to us. And we are going to be successful. That's it. Walk in trust and believe that you have somebody that is waiting for you to reach out and go help. Alrighty? Have a good night, ladies. Bye.